Hello everyone, in today's video I am doing my own nails. I obviously started out with a base coat, just completely cured, and then I'm going in with Bluesky gel polish number 80586, which is like a really dark grey blue, super pigmented. For reference, I have 2 coats of it on my other fingers that aren't glitter, so it is nice and pigmented. I'm only doing 1 coat of this onto the glitter nails because I know that my chunky glitter is going to make my nails thick or thicker than I would like. I'm only doing 1 coat of colour, but if you were worried about the colour being too translucent or not opaque enough, then you could absolutely do a coat, cure it, then do the second coat and don't cure it. So this coat that I'm putting on is not cured, it is still completely wet before I am going to go in with this glitter, which I mixed up, which is just I think 4 different size glitters, and I'm just using my cuticle pusher to pick up a bit and pour it onto the wet gel polish. It is very messy and you can absolutely pick up that excess glitter that's fallen off and reuse that on your other nail. I wouldn't suggest putting it back into the bag or anything like that, but absolutely use it on that same set. I didn't because I'm too lazy to pick it up. You want to tap off all the excess that you can and just make sure that there is glitter everywhere, and it will be everywhere, not just on your nails. Once you have tapped off the excess, I just fold my tissue over, and you can see when I go to the side view that the chunkier pieces, some of them are sitting straight up, not flat on the nail, and I want them to be flat on the nail so that the nail is as thin as possible. So I'm taking just a basic flat brush and I'm very gently patting all of the glitter until it is flat on the nail. You also want to make sure that any glitter sticking out the free edge is pushed in. Yeah, you really just want to take your time and make it as flat as possible, because as flat as you can make it now means you need less coats to encapsulate it and there's less filing to make it smooth in the end. If you don't want to do this step, you could just go in with your builder gel or clear polish, whatever you're using, and just encapsulate, but then when you file it smooth you're going to lose a fair bit of the glitter. So I do like to do this step, but everything is personal preference. You can do what you like. I'm just showing you how I did these nails that I'm wearing. Well, once I was happy with that, I went in with a tiny little dotting tool and just went around the side walls and the cuticle area to make sure that there was a tiny little gap so that I could encapsulate completely and there was no pieces of glitter sticking into the cuticle that would make it really awkward to file smooth. If when you're doing this any bits stick up, just take your flat brush again and squash it down like I did. I'm using a very, very gentle pressure because the gel polish underneath is not cured yet. If you use too much pressure, you're going to just smush it all over the place and that's going to be no fun at all. Once you have cleaned them up to your satisfaction, they're not going to be perfect, but as best you can, go ahead and cure them like I did. I think I did oh, excuse me. I did a 60-second cure. If you usually do 30 seconds, I'd recommend you do 60 seconds just to get through all that glitter. Once it's cured, take your nail brush, dust off all of the glitter that hasn't attached. You can dust quite vigorously. You really want to get rid of any excess glitter. You can see they are relatively smooth. I am using a clear pink polish to encapsulate these. If you've got a builder gel, absolutely use that, but I wanted to show you that you can do this if you've just got gel polish. You can also use a top coat, a tacky top coat, if you don't have a clear pink polish like this one. Really just use whatever you have available to you. If at this point you notice any areas of bald spots, any areas that haven't got the right amount of glitter in, or I think you can see on my ring finger I have a tiny little bald spot near the free edge, this is when you can pick up a little bit of glitter I just pick up one piece, one of the bigger pieces or two of the bigger pieces, and just place that into the bold spot. And then cure that layer in your light completely. Then I'm doing a second layer to give me more of a buffer so that when I do file it smooth, I'm not filing into the glitter, I'm filing more into the clear pink or the top coat if that's what you're using. Now, if your glitter isn't as chunky as mine, you might only need one layer of the clear coat, but mine was very chunky, so I did need another layer. Once that's cured, I'm taking the tacky layer off, and I am going to file these nails till they're smooth. If your glitter is a little less chunky than mine, you might only need a sponge buffer. Mine is very chunky, so I'm just going to use my file, making sure to pay attention to the side walls, the cuticle, the free edge, and then just lightly buffing over so that the whole surface of the nail is smooth. And then I'm cleaning off the dust with some alcohol again. And now I decided my nails were still not quite as smooth as I wanted, but I didn't want to file anymore and file into the glitter. So I'm doing another layer of the clear pink, or the top coat if that's what you're using. If your nail is already smooth, you don't have to do this step. You can just go straight in with your final top coat and be finished. Like I said, mine still wasn't as smooth as I wanted. So I did do another coat of the clear pink polish. And then I fully cured that. And then finally I'm going in with my no wipe top coat, or just whatever top coat you've got, and I am finishing off those nails. If after you have top coated, done your final top coat and you're all finished, if you feel as though there are still bumps in there or there's something catching on the free edge, you can absolutely take your file or your buffer and rebuff them, clean off the dust and re-top coat again if you need to. You can see from the side view that they are pretty smooth and very sparkly. I have to say that it is much easier to use a chunky gel polish glitter. I know Bluesky do quite a few to get this effect, but if you've got the glitter hanging around, this is how I would use it to make this kind of look. I hope that you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.